is Cement Day. Yes, indeed, we are getting cement delivered to the old church in beautiful Davidsville for our barn. Good Friday morning, folks. Good TGIF to you today. Mr. Garry here. Just look at this, donning a brand new ball cap. I love this hat. It has the maple leaf for Canada onto it. It has the Labrador flag on it, and Labrador, a very, very vital, important part of the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. Mr. Garry started his teaching career in Labrador in a community called Port Hope Simpson 33 years ago. Beautiful, beautiful people in Port Hope Simpson, and a great, great place to begin my teaching career. I loved it. I had a great old time on the Labrador in the big land. The other flag on my hat, folks, is the old Newfoundland and Labrador Republic flag. Newfoundland and Labrador was its own country. Did you know that? Newfoundland and Labrador was indeed its own country. And it was long before we joined Confederation with Canada in 1949. We had our own flag, and that's the Republic one right there. My hat also dons the pink ribbon for breast cancer, and that's very, very important. And the other side of my hat has, I don't have to take it off so I can turn it around and show it to you. Look, it has the yellow ribbon, which says support our troops. And Mr. Garry most certainly do support our troops. In fact, our son-in-law is stationed at one of the Canadian Army bases in Canada, and he is a sergeant. And we are very proud of him, and we support him and all Canadian soldiers and all veterans everywhere. And we are most certainly aware of how many soldiers around the world commit suicide each year, and we must make sure that we recognize that and do all that we can to support our troops. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Mr. Garry's brand new ball cap, a beautiful leather one, hey? I love it, I love it, I love it. Now, let's get at the job at hand, which is to take out our garbage. And folks, there is so much happening on our YouTube channel here at GBL, the Old Church, 5 Acre Homestead. Today is Cement Day. Yes, indeed, we are getting cement delivered to the old church in beautiful Davidsville for our barn. We're building a big barn, as you know. That video is coming out hopefully tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it'll be out on Sunday. The Diary of a Barn, episode 4. So look forward to that. Garbage day. Let's get at it. Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see how much garbage Miss Betty and Mr. Garry has this week. So here's our 2 garbage containers. Let's see what we have. Inside our garbage one, oh, it's not even full. Isn't that something? Mrs. Betty and Mr. Garry, we are certainly doing our part to reduce our environmental footprint. And we have only about a 2/3, 3/4 garbage container full of garbage. And that's a good thing, because that stuff goes to the landfill. And don't like that. Not a fan of that. And this one is about 3/4 full of recyclables. And that is a good thing, because you should have more recyclables than garbage. Mr. Garry is going to take these out to the curb, and we will have a chat about the weather as we do so. Okay, let's take out the garbage one. Today, the temps is going to get up around 7 or 8 degrees, and it is going to be a mozzie rainy today. It's overcast here now, as you can see in the sky. Saturday is not supposed to be nice. We were supposed to get a bit of rain. So even though we're getting cement delivered today, I'm probably going to have to get some plastic or something to cover up the cement so that it doesn't get full of rain and stuff. Here's the garbage one. Let's go back. Let's go back and get the recyclable one. If you get a chance, please say thank you to your garbage man. That's very, very important. They do a tremendous, tremendous, important job. Okay, so here's our garbage today. Put right out by the curb, folks. And someone will bring that back to its place by the house. In the remainder of this video now, folks, Mr. Garry wanted to do a little update, a little garden tour on what we've got done so far in our raised bed vegetable garden. As you can see right here, folks, here's a bed of onion bulbs growing very, very well. The green stalks on them are up about 2 or 3 inches now. So a beautiful, beautiful bed of onions. And there's a second one in the distance over there. Let me zoom in and show you that. So our onions are doing very, very well indeed. Across our garden, we have 2 beds of carrots in the distance. They're growing very, very well. Those 2 center long and narrow beds. We have our sugar snap peas planted. And the bed right up in the corner in the shade is a bed of potatoes. Our 5th bed of potatoes. We sowed our store-bought potatoes a few days ago, Mr. Devon and I. And if you come back here, let me go slowly. This bed right here next to me is full of potatoes, as is that one there in the distance, and 2 more on the other end of the greenhouse. Our ugle culture beds are almost ready. Let me show you those. Mr. Devon and I, we've been very, very busy filling these with all kinds of things. On the bottom of these high beds, these are about 4 feet high and they're about 8 feet long. We've been filling these with all kinds of stuff. The lower couple of feet of these beds has some old lumber, some old boards, some old rotting logs. And then we have lots of grass and straw, and we have some old dead leaves, and we have a couple of layers of seaweed in here as well. And then we've topped it up with some old composted soil. Okay, so these beds, there's horse manure in here as well, actually. So we've got another foot or so of soil to add to this bed, as well as the one in the distance. So over the next few days, Mr. Devon and I, we will be doing that. We want to top these up so that they're sort of level with the frame there. So about another foot or so, and we'll have these 2 beds ready for planting. And we're going to plant our turnips and our cabbage in these 2 beds. Here's our pepper plants. We have green peppers, yellow peppers, and some hot peppers. And they're growing very, very well. We didn't get 100% germination, but that's fine. We have plenty of plants. We have about 7 or 8 pepper plants to go in our raised bed garden. We have, same thing, 7 or 8 yellows, and we have about 5 or 6 of the hot peppers. So that's going to be plenty to go into our raised bed vegetable garden. And they'll be going in the next 2 or 3 days or so, maybe next week even. They already had their second set of leaves though, and that's very important for any plant that you are transplanting. Make sure they have their second lot of leaves. Here on this table is where we have our straight 8 cucumber plants, and they're just developing their second lot of leaves there now. Again, we have lots of the straight 8 cucumber plants, and we're probably going to be giving some of these away. A lot of tomato plants. We have the Manitobas growing, and we have the Tama greens from a friend of mine in Alberta, Canada, Groundskeeper Cody. Go check him out, folks. He has a beautiful, beautiful channel. Lots of great content. Here's our cabbage plants, and our sugar baby watermelons are growing very, very well as well. They will be going in the greenhouse. And we have our turnips. They're getting a bit stringy, so I'm going to have to get them outside and harden those off. In the distance, right up here, folks, you can see our sweet corn growing very, very well. Some of them right now are well over a foot and a half, some of them. So we'll be transplanting those. Miss Betty wanted to try them in the greenhouse this year, so we're going to check that out and see. Probably what we'll do is we'll plant some of those in the greenhouse and some of those outside and do a bit of an experiment to see which ones grow better. So that's our Friday video. That's our TGIF video. Folks, appreciate you stopping by our YouTube channel this Friday. And as always, lots and lots happening, and we do appreciate all the likes, all the comments, all the shares, and of course, if you are brand new to GBL, the Old Church 5 Acre Homestead, please subscribe. We appreciate you being a part of our journey. And look forward to Diary of a Barn, episode 4, coming very, very soon to our YouTube channel. Mr. Garry here, saying goodbye, folks. Have a great, great weekend. Have a great week ahead, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye for now. Cucumber plants. They'll be going in the greenhouse. Manitoba tomato plants doing very, very well, as are the Tama Green tomatoes. They're doing well as well. And they're going to be going in the greenhouse, as well as those sugar baby watermelons. They're going to be going in the greenhouse as well.